Look, I know politically it's going to be a hard sell and a heavy lift.
You know why? Because nobody in Washington wants to get rid of the income tax.
They don't.
That's how everybody makes their money. If you want to drain the swamp, get rid of the IRS tax code, right? Like just burn it up. Let's have a big bonfire and burn it up.
But Stephen, you'll be able.
Look, this is important. Congressmen buy and sell favors with the tax code. That's what Joe Biden does. That's what members of both parties are doing.
Republicans do it
and
too.
And that's why they don't want to get rid of it. So what you're doing is trying to create this kind of populist revolt around the country.
Now, history has shown that the power brokers in D.C. protect their own and the minions that carry out their orders. If these people were really honest about why they refused to replace the income payroll tax system with the FairTax, they'd have to say, well, the income tax lets us punish any group that opposes us politically or that we just don't like the Tea Party groups who were illegally denied tax exemptions by Lois Lerner's group at the IRS. We can raise lots of campaign cash by selling favorable tax treatment to special interests. Because of its complexity, the income tax system requires a lot of manpower to administer and enforce it. That means there are lots of jobs in the bureaucracy that we can fill with our friends and allies. And finally, this new army of IRS agents that we just authorized will give us even more control over people than we already have. With more IRS auditors at our disposal, we can make life miserable for more and more people who oppose our policies or who would dare to stand up against us.
But paying at consumption does make a huge difference because,
sure does.
As you just pointed out, Congress can no longer say, hey, you gave to my campaign, I'm going to get you a nice little carve out in the tax code so your company doesn't have to pay as much as your competitor. People don't understand. That's how Washington works.
We should also remember Edmund Burke's warning that applies to our efforts to take back control. Nobody made a greater mistake than he who did nothing because he could only do a little. Help us pass the FairTax. The IRS will be gone and we'll pay our taxes when we make purchases. We, not the ruling class and their minions in D.C., will decide how much federal tax we pay.